Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Always Compete Seahawks Podcast. I am Sam, that is Mike, and today we'll be talking about the Jamal Adams extension process and how that's looking right now. It's a pretty interesting process right now because there's really been nothing about it. Like, there's been nothing.
Not a peep.
Nothing. Everybody's like, yeah, they'll get it done.
When?
Nothing. Silent. There's not even rumors. They haven't even, I guarantee you that they have not started talking with Jamal yet, which might be a concern to some people. But we're going to be breaking it down. And we're mainly going to be talking about what a Jamal Adams extension could look like. So we're going to be breaking that down, and we're going to be talking about do we think that they'll actually get it done? And Mike, do you have anything to say before we hop on into this conversation?
I love Jamal Adams, and that's just what I'm going to go with until we kind of get into it. But I love Jamal Adams.
I agree. So we're coming in here. Jamal Adams is going to be the highest paid safety in football. And we're not even going to ask the question, should we re-sign Jamal Adams? It's a yes. We know that
absolutely
we should re-sign Jamal Adams. So it's really just about will we and how much? That's really what it is. Will we is a different question.
Yeah.
We will. Probably, right? Probably, right? Right?
Please?
Right? Like, probably. I mean, come on. We traded 2 picks for him. There's been nothing.
That would be so dumb if it's just like a 2-year rental for 2.
Hey, those 2 firsts are we're worth each year.
Yeah, exactly.
2 firsts are worth each year.
2 firsts for just Jamal to just enter the facility.
Go back to the Jets. Go back to the Jets. Just to, like, you know what? I'm liking what they're cooking over there. Going back to New York.
It's like going back to like your toxic ex when you're dating, like, for example, Selena Gomez, right? You're just going back to your ex.
D-simp back at it here with another.
Here we go.
Another institution of the D-simp.
Segment, yeah.
Of the D-simp segment.
I can't go an episode without simping. It's just how it goes, man.
Yeah, but like it's like you're in a relationship with a European supermodel. And
it speaks very little English.
It speaks very little English, but everybody's like, man, she's beautiful.
Right.
And everybody knows it. And then out of nowhere, it's like, hey, why are you getting with the girl that beat you up in eighth grade when you guys were dating? Why are you getting back with her? You have a Russian supermodel wife.
Wait, I thought it was European. We got multiple international supermodels now. I mean, that's the Seahawks. Multiple. DK is the supermodel. For one. I think Russ, 100%.
I mean, Jamal could be a supermodel if you.
But he's the person in question, so he can't be the supermodel when he's the person in question.
Hey, you can love yourself. You can love yourself. But
true.
But anyways,
Justin Bieber.
We're gonna be talking just kind of about, obviously we're gonna extend him. Obviously, right? We know it. When is now a different story. If you had to put your money on when the Seahawks will extend Jamal Adams, when are you putting it on?
A couple days before the season starts.
I'd say like a week or 2 before the season starts. That's my projection. Just get the deal done. I bet you probably won't play much preseason games.
No, he shouldn't.
Because there's only 3, so he probably won't play much. And I anticipate that they will set up a desk on the sideline, and Pete and John will sit down and talk with Jamal.
Right.
During the game and set up a deal. They'll sign the deal mid-game. It'll be the first ever.
The backup's just like looking for the play call, like, and they're just like signing piece of paper with Jamal. He's like, all right.
Well, and then they're taking like photo ops, just like
halfback dive down the field, I guess. Thanks, Pete.
4 birds.
Yeah. Just pulls out Madden plays.
And yeah, just
you get an Xbox on the side.
He goes to the wristband. Let's go blast right 21 dive. Break.
Yeah.
Just
starts making shit up.
Back to Pee Wee plays. Let's go octopus, orange, green laser. Break.
Let's go 21 halfback dive. Like, bro, what? Let's go 21 halfback dive.
Bro, that play on NCAA 14, like this is where it's just like squiggles and the players will do whatever they want, and it's just like that's what it's gonna be like. Just be like,
he starts drawing shit in the dirt. He's like, all right, you are gonna run a post. You got to slant.
He grabs the ball. It's like, we're doing slant. But yeah, Pete and John are going to get a deal done.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever they've had to get a deal done, they've usually gotten a deal done. Russ, they got a deal done. Bobby, they got the deal done.
I want to hear Jamal Adams though, like just half asleep, be like, Seattle,
hey, Seattle, we got a deal.
We got a deal.
Then Ciara pops out, and Russ is like,
yeah.
Russ is like, wait.
Ciara just is with the most rich Seahawks player at any given time. Jamal breaks his record, and she's like, all right, I think I like Jamal more.
Bro, don't disrespect the queen of the Seahawks.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Ciara,
right.
All right?
You're right.
Listen.
You're right.
The queen of the Seahawks. Right. Now announced officially live. Ciara, come on the podcast.
Please.
With your husband.
I like your music too, so
we will welcome you.
Absolutely.
So they're going to get the deal done. Now, how much? That's the real question that we're going to be breaking down here right now. Right. So the current highest paid safety, I believe, is Budda Baker.
He's making $14.75 million a year.
And I think Justin Simmons is making the same amount,
right? Right. Close to it.
I have to look this up. Justin Simmons is making the most. He's making $15.25 million on average.
So about $500,000 more per year.
So Jamal's going to get 15 easily.
Base.
Therefore,
right.
He's going to get 16 or 17 or even 18. He might cross into that 18 million margin mark. Because Jamal Adams, he said multiple times, he's not a safety. He sees himself as a weapon. Do you think a weapon is going to want to get paid $15.5 million?
No. Here's what I would think. When the time comes for them to legitimately, discuss contracts, Jamal Adams' agent is going to say, hey, he's a starting safety who puts up edge rusher numbers, who tackles like a linebacker. He's going to talk about his versatility. And he's going to say, I don't want to get paid like a safety because safeties don't get paid as much as edge rushers and corners. He's like, I want to get paid as a weapon. So then you have to say, okay, well, is he worth $18 million a year? Personally, I think so. But John Schneider and Pete Carroll are very stubborn. They have a set price they have for a player. They will not go over that price. Example, Jadeveon Clowney last offseason. They had a price. I believe it was like 14. Right, KJ Wright so far. I believe they said $14 million. Jadeveon Clowney said, nope, I'll go sign somewhere else for 14.5, whatever it was. And he played somewhere else. They didn't budge. They had a price. So the interesting thing is going to be to see how much Jamal thinks he should make versus how much the Seahawks think he should make. The closer that number is, the easier the transition is going to be to a new contract. If Jamal wants 20 and the Seahawks want to give him 14, that's going to be a mess that they're going to have to sort out. Honestly, the advantage, all of the negotiation leverage right here goes to Jamal and his agent because they know the Seahawks didn't give up 2 first-rounders to not re-sign him. So there's not really an option of just, we'll not re-sign you, like it was Clowney. Right? Clowney was like, we can live without you.
Yeah, give a third. We'll rent you for a year.
Right.
And we'll let you go.
Jamal, it's 2 firsts. It's a starting safety. Like there's no way we have to re-sign Jamal. So again, in a situation where it's 20 and 14, they're not going to meet in the middle and say 17. They're going to lean 18 or 19 if that's the case. So
like how much? And we're also at a point where safety contracts are coming.
Oh,
they are coming fast.
Yes, 100%.
Like Derwin James, Tyrann Mathieu.
Was
just
good.
2. Harrison Smith.
Harrison Smith won't beat Jamal. He won't beat Jamal.
He won't beat Jamal. But like, look at these guys who are free agents in 2022. Tyrann Mathieu, previously mentioned. Marcus Williams, not previously mentioned. Quandre Diggs is even a free agent next year.
Rip Quandre.
Yeah, right.
Quandre.
That sucks. That sucks big time. But these are guys who are gonna get the mega bag.
The safety market is juice.
They're gonna get the bag. They're juiced way more than Barry Bonds. Like it is
right.
It is through the roof right now. So
absolutely,
we're at this point where like it's not like we're like, yo, you have to get this deal done, man. You might want to really consider signing this deal and getting it done.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and you want to keep Jamal as happy as possible.
It's you don't want it to be something where it's like, yeah, we're gonna give you $6 million, take it. It's like, no,
Jamal's got the leverage here.
Give you 100%. The ultimate back.
So the other interesting thing is if you look at like some of the pass rushers, right?
Marcus May and Jabril Peppers are
Marcus May signs with the Seahawks. We get both their safeties. Anyway,
yeah.
You have to understand how edge rushers are paid, right? Edge rushers, an elite edge rusher is going to make $20 million a year. Aaron Donald's making that. I know he's not edge rusher, but he gets production like one. Khalil Mack's making that. DeMarcus Lawrence, Joey Bosa is going to make that, right? Those are all guys that are going to make $20 million. Again, given his sack numbers, Jamal's agent could very easily make the argument that he is he puts up similar production to an edge rusher, therefore can, negotiate for that higher contract. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see. So now that we've kind of figured out the price range, if you're John Schneider and you're being realistic, what's the deal for Jamal Adams? How many years? How many annual average? How much annual average?
Cranking out numbers right now.
I'm going to do math. Ever since I graduated, I don't think I've done any math. Let me try if I remember how to do basic addition. Curious.
So, in the range of 4 years, 17 to 17 and a half. That's kind of my range.
I actually totally agree with you. I just wrote down 4 years, $68 million. It's average is 17.
4 years, 68. I think 17 and a half.
Maybe I think 470.
Yeah, I have 470, which translates to 17 and a half a year.
Yeah.
Could I see them going into 18, which would be 72 over 4 years? I could legitimately see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the Seahawks budging over 19.
I don't think he's getting 20. I don't think he'll
ask for 20. Personally,
I think they'll start. I think his agent will start at 20, and they'll work their way down to hopefully 17.5. That's like my perfect situation is 17.5 right there.
Do you think the Seahawks would do 20 if they asked for it?
No. Because then you'd have Russ, Bobby, and Jamal making like what?
I anticipate that the Seahawks starting price would be 16.
And then you think the Jets start at 20 and they work their way down?
Yeah, I think the Seahawks start at 16. Seahawks will work up. The Jets. The Jamal Adams will work down. And I feel like that's what it's going to be, honestly. I think that 17 to 18 is kind of where I'm ranging. I think 17 and a half is a perfect median. Yeah. I think 17 and a half is worth it. And that's just kind of my feel on this whole situation. I think they'll get a deal done before the season. I think they will.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it's totally fair to say that they'll get a deal done.
So another thing that people got to think about is the cap. Yeah, our cap sucks this year, but we have more space in the next coming years. And so he's got this whole year under contract. So basically, if we sign him before this year's season starts, we'd have Jamal Adams for 5 years, 6 years, including the past season. So
yeah,
he's been in the NFL for 4. So
I feel like something else that could happen if we don't sign him, we could franchise tag him.
Absolutely, yeah, we could franchise tag him.
I would not be shocked if we don't sign him, we franchise tag him, and we say, hey, we'll work an extension out post franchise tag, and we'll see if we can get a deal done. I would not be surprised if that happens as well. To give them some extra time. There's
been some people that have been saying that we should trade him.
That's stupid. You're dumb.
Doesn't make sense.
Your opinion is irrelevant. It really is.
You might think that you are a human being with a valid opinion. You are not. You are not. Your opinion does not matter. You should go touch grass.
Yeah.
As we previously mentioned.
So, Jamal Adams, we both have him in the 17 million a year area for 4 years.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Drop your thoughts in the comments below if you think that's fair or not, because this is there's a lot of different issues on this. There's a lot of different opinions on this issue for Seahawks fans. There's a lot of people who say we shouldn't re-sign him. There's a lot of people who say we should trade him. There's a lot of people who say we should re-sign him. There's a lot of people who say that we should give him the Supermax mega bag over 10 years. So, we want to hear your thoughts. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Give us what you think your contract might look like. And as always, subscribe to the channel. Drop a like. Turn on notifications to ensure that you never miss out on our Seahawks videos. Subscribe to the podcast channel on Apple Podcasts.
Rank 5 stars.
Podcasts. Yeah, rank 5 stars for sure.
Helps a lot.
Catch it wherever you listen to your podcasts, whether that's Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, Anchor, anywhere. It's there. So check that out under the Always Compete Seahawks Podcast. And Mike, do you have anything to say?
Resign Jamal.
Resign Jamal. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.